Hello everyone, I am Zarka Sarwat from Department of Zoology, GAT Art Science and Commerce College for Women, Malegaon. This is a presentation for TYBSc student mainly, and here we are going to discuss about paper number 2, mammalian histology. In that, the very important point, histology of pancreas. First of all, we will discuss about the location of pancreas. As we see in a figure, the pancreas, which is completely made by flesh, it lies in the upper abdomen behind the stomach. It extends transversely from spleen to the loop of duodenum. Duodenum, it is a proximal part of small intestine where the head region of pancreas is present. Actually, the pancreas shows three main regions. First is head region, which is broader. Here we can see broader part is a head region, middle part is a neck region, and distal part it is called as tail, which is present towards the spleen. So, pancreas present transversely from spleen to the loop of duodenum. Next point, the pancreas is part of gastrointestinal system, as pancreas secretes some digestive enzymes which are involved in the process of digestion in stomach and intestine. So, pancreas is a part of gastrointestinal system. Pancreas also contains some cells which are form endocrine part of pancreas. So, endocrine organ that make and secrete hormone into the blood to control metabolism and storage throughout the body. So, pancreas is also called as duplex gland or dual gland, as it contains both exocrine and endocrine part. Exocrine part or exocrine gland means these are the glands which contain duct for their secretion, and endocrine gland, these are the glands which are ductless glands. They secrete their secretion directly into the bloodstream. So pancreas contains both the parts. So pancreas is called as duplex gland or dual gland. First, exocrine part contains the longer or main pancreatic duct. This duct is called as duct of Wirsung or Wirsung's duct. As we can see in figure, principal pancreatic duct or Wirsung's duct. Another duct is called as duct of Santorini, which is shorter than the Wirsung's duct. It is also visible in this photograph. This Santorini's duct is also called as accessory duct, or Wirsung's duct is also called as principal pancreatic duct. Both the ducts combine to form exocrine part of pancreas. Next point, duct carry pancreatic juice in duodenum, which contain several digestive enzymes. These enzymes are trypsin, amylase, lipase. These enzymes are mainly involved in the process of digestion of food material in small intestine. The exocrine component comprise more than 95% of the pancreatic mass. Endocrine pancreas, the portion of the pancreas that is called as islet that make and secrete insulin glucagon, somatostatin, and pancreatic polypeptide into the blood. Islets comprise 1 to 2% of pancreatic mass. Next point. The pancreas has a thin cover of loose connective tissue from which septa pass into the gland, subdividing it into many small lobules. As we can see in photograph, the pancreas show a thin cover of loose connective tissue. From this loose connective tissue, there are many septa passes into the gland and subdividing the gland into small lobules. These are the circular form small lobule. These lobules subdivided into group of cells called as pancreatic cell or acini. These acini combine to form exocrine part of pancreas. It means that pancreas is completely covered with a thin cover of loose connective tissue. These loose connective tissue form a septa into the gland and subdividing gland into small lobules. These lobules again composed of several tubular groups of pancreatic cell, and these cells are called acini. These acini are combined to form exocrine part of pancreas. Next point, the cell synthesize and secrete digestive enzymes are arranged in grape-like cluster called acini. Among the acini, there are scattered the islet of Langerhans, the acini cell from the parenchyma of the gland which secrete the pancreatic juice. The grape-like cluster of cells which form the exocrine part are called acini or acinar cells. These acinar cells combine to form the exocrine part of pancreas. In between these acinar cells, there is a presence of cluster of cells. These cells are called islet of Langerhans, and islets of Langerhans combine to form endocrine part of pancreas. Okay. Now next, we will discuss about the cells of pancreas, that is exocrine cells, acini. Pancreas is a compound tubulo-acinar organ because of presence of tubule and acini. Exocrine pancreas consists of acini. These are the cells which form the exocrine part. The acini are pear-shaped, short tubular groups of pancreatic cells at the tip of interlobular duct. As we can see in the photograph, interlobular duct ends on the acini or lobules of pancreas. We can see here. Next point, very little connective tissue present between these acinar cells. Group of pyramidal cells with their apical tip towards the lumen. We can see here group of pyramidal cell with their apical tip towards the lumen. Next point, if we neatly observe the cells, we can see the cells are resting on the basal lamina, big basal spherical nucleus. Half of the cell towards the lumen contain numerous zymogen granule in the cytoplasm. Basal zone contain endoplasmic reticulum and elongated mitochondria. Apical region of the cell shows irregular microvilli. We can neatly observe this structure in the given photograph of acinar cell of pancreas. Here we can see the large nucleus, elongated mitochondria, presence of secretory granule that is zymogen, and presence of microvilli on the apical region. Okay, now next, discuss about intercalated ducts receive secretion from acini. They have flattened cuboidal epithelium, and interlobular duct have a classical cuboidal epithelium, and as the implies they are seen within the lobule. They receive secretion from intercalated duct. Interlobular ducts are found between lobule within connective tissue septa. They vary in size, smaller form, have cuboidal epithelium, while large duct lined by columnar epithelium. It transmits secretion to the major pancreatic duct. There are two ducts. First is intercalated duct, another one is interlobular duct. As we can see in the photograph, organization of pancreas shows the two main type of duct. First is interlobular duct, which is present in between the lobule. We can see here two types of duct system, that is presence of interlobular duct which is present in between these lobules, and intercalated duct which is present between the acini or ends towards the acini. These are the interlobular duct. Okay, now next point. The main pancreatic duct receives secretion from the interlobular duct and penetrates through the wall of duodenum. The main pancreatic duct which receives the secretion from the interlobular duct and intercalated duct which get the secretion from acini are aimed towards the duodenum. In some species, including man, the pancreatic ducts join to the bile duct prior to entering the intestine. As we can see here, the bile duct, presence of bile duct which is connected to the gallbladder. So in some species, also in human, the pancreatic duct join to the bile duct prior to entering the intestine or duodenum. Next point, that is the endocrine part of endocrine part of pancreas. The endocrine portion of pancreas shows many small cluster of cells. This cluster of cells are called islets of Langerhans. Human have roughly the 1 million islets. In histological section, the islets are seen a relatively pale staining group of cells embedded in the sea of darker staining exocrine tissue. Pancreatic islets houses three types of cell: alpha cell, also called as A cell, beta cells, also called as B cell, and delta cell, also called as D cell, each of which produces different endocrine product. First of all, alpha cell. Alpha cell secretes the hormone called as glucagon, present on the periphery. We can see here by different color. It can be differentiate alpha, beta, delta and F cell. Another one is beta cell, or they are also called as B cell, which produces insulin. Most abundant cells in the islet of Langerhans, and they are present at the center. They are most abundant cell and they are present in the middle region of islet of Langerhans. Next point, delta cell, which is also called as D cells. They secrete somatostatin and they are present in scattered form in between the alpha and beta cell. F cell, also called as PP cell as they secrete pancreatic polypeptide. The majority of islet cell are beta cell, that is 75 to 80%, followed by alpha cell about 15%, and delta cell about 5%, and very low in concentration or very few PP cells are present in islet of Langerhans. So dear student, thank you so much. I hope this video is so informative to you. Have a nice day.